You're not lazy. If you were, you wouldn't feel this tension in your chest, this quiet guilt that follows you around all day. You wouldn't sit there, staring at your screen, thinking about everything you should be doing while doing nothing. That's not laziness. That's something else. And deep down, you already know it. There's something you're avoiding. Let's be honest. There's one thing right now, something specific that you've been putting off. Not everything, just one thing. That message you haven't replied to, that task sitting at the top of your list, that decision you keep pushing to later, and you keep telling yourself, I'll do it tomorrow. I just need to feel ready. I need the right mindset. But tomorrow comes and nothing changes, because the problem was never time. People will tell you you just need more discipline. You need to be more consistent. You need to stop being lazy. But that's not what's happening, because if it were about discipline, you wouldn't care. Lazy people don't sit there feeling anxious about the things they're not doing. Lazy people don't replay the same task in their head over and over again. You do, which means this isn't about laziness. You're not avoiding the task, you're avoiding what comes with it. Because once you start, something becomes real. You might fail, you might get rejected, you might realize you're not as good as you thought, or worse, you might succeed, and now expectations are higher, more pressure, more responsibility, more to lose. So instead of facing that, you pause. You open your laptop, you see the task, and suddenly you feel tired. Not physically, but mentally. So you check your phone just for a minute, you scroll, you tell yourself you'll start after this. But that after this never comes. Or maybe it's something else. You type out a message, then delete it. You open a document, then close it. You think about starting, but you don't. Not because you can't, but because starting means facing something. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Your brain isn't trying to help you succeed, it's trying to keep you safe. And safe doesn't mean fulfilled. It means no risk, no rejection, no uncertainty. So when something feels uncomfortable, your brain sends a signal, stop. Not because it's dangerous, but because it's unfamiliar. And here's where it gets worse. Avoidance works, at least in the moment. The second you decide not to do the thing, you feel relief. The pressure drops, the discomfort fades, and your brain notices that. It learns discomfort leads to avoid, leads to feel better. So next time, it pushes you to avoid even faster. This is how the cycle builds. You avoid something, you feel temporary relief, but the task doesn't disappear. It waits, in the background, quietly. And the longer you avoid it, the heavier it becomes, until even thinking about it feels exhausting. So you avoid it even more. And the cycle continues. You're not stuck because you don't know what to do. You're stuck because you don't want to feel what comes with doing it. And that feeling is usually one of these: fear, uncertainty, doubt, embarrassment, things most people spend their lives avoiding. The moment things start to change is when you stop asking, how do I stay motivated? And start asking, what am I trying not to feel? Because that's the real question, not what should I do, but What am I avoiding right now? Take a second, think about that one thing, the thing you keep delaying. Now ask yourself honestly, if I start this, what am I afraid might happen? Don't give a surface answer. Go deeper. Is it failure? Is it judgment? Is it realizing something about yourself you're not ready to face? That's the real reason. Because once you name it, it becomes clearer, and clarity reduces fear. Not completely, but enough. Enough for you to take one step, and that's all you need. Not a full plan, not perfect motivation, just one step. You don't need to suddenly become disciplined. You don't need to fix your entire life. You just need to stop running from that one thing. Because every time you face it, even a little, you weaken the pattern. You're not lazy. You've just been protecting yourself from discomfort, from fear, from uncertainty. But that protection has a cost. It keeps you stuck. So the next time you feel stuck, don't say, "I'm just lazy." Ask, "What am I avoiding right now?" And be honest, because that answer is where everything starts to change.